Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us to find out a little bit more about how to build teamwork, resilience, and confidence in your classroom with the Shape Your Skills Award, which is our brand new accredited skills development award for learners aged 7 to 11. My name is Rob, and I'm going to take you through some of the resources today and answer any questions that you might have. So a little bit about who we are. We are the Leadership Skills Foundation, and for over 40 years, teachers have been using and trusting our approach to developing and recognizing core leadership skills in young people. I'm going to take you through what some of those skills are in just a moment. But again, I think it's important to say that each of our awards and qualifications is designed with the learners at their heart. So supporting them to develop those real life-changing skills through practical leadership opportunities that make a real world impact. And as I said, I will take you through what some of those leadership skills are in just a moment. So here's a little bit of a rundown of the agenda for this afternoon. So we've done the welcome and we're going to introduce the award in just a moment. We're going to talk about how the program fits into your setting, what some of the features and the benefits are. I'm going to show you a little bit of a behind the scenes look at the resources. I'll show you the program dashboard and what the activities look like so you can get a sense of what it really looks like in your school. We did have a Meet the Teacher panel, but unfortunately he's been called away, so we won't be doing the Meet the Teacher today. And as I said, we will have time at the end for any questions. I've also got my colleague Kat in the chat who will be taking any questions. It sounds like Lewis, who is our teacher, is here as well. Lewis, if you're there, give me a thumbs up or a hello.
Are you all right?
Hello. Yes, we were worried you weren't going to make it.
Sorry.
No, that's
Yeah,
that's
I'm
quite all
here.
right. No worries. Yeah, no. I'm just glad you're here now. So as I said, Lewis is one of our Trailblazer centres who has delivered the award this year. So we will have a Meet the Teacher panel then, and we'll ask Lewis some questions about how he got on with it this year. Thank you for joining us, Lewis. I know that your time is very precious. And then finally, sorry, at the end, we'll talk about how to actually get delivering and how to bring this award to your setting. So starting then with what is Shape Your Skills? What is the Shape Your Skills Award? So I think the first thing to say is that it is a fully accredited award, and we've brought this program to various events, and the question always is, well, what does that mean? Well, it's an accredited award, but well, what does that actually mean for me as a teacher? And what it really does is it ensures that we're providing programs that are of a really high standard and are recognized nationwide. So the Leadership Skills Foundation is an awarding body, and as the awarding body, we have to uphold really rigorous standards for teaching and assessment, and we have to report regularly to Ofqual. So it's a mark of trust that you know that all of our programs, especially Shape Your Skills, meets that standard. So it is an accredited award. It was developed in collaboration with primary teachers. We spent a very long time developing it, interviewing teachers, working with teachers like Lewis to refine the award, to figure out what works, what didn't. As I said, many in the organisation, including myself, were teachers previously. So we've developed this kind of with a very much a background in education, and we know what we're talking about. Again, it was designed, the core principle was to help primary age children to build those essential skills to lead and to learn. And again, I will take you through what those essential leadership skills are in just a moment. It rewards pupils for that specific skill development, and I'll take you through how that works in a second. And again, it's simple, adaptive, and flexible with all the resources that you need to deliver today. And I know that a lot of you, I'm sure, have heard that before. There's no planning involved. It's really easy to run with. I promise, as a former teacher, that is true. I will show you the resources. You could literally walk into a lesson and just go with this. There is very little planning involved whatsoever, I promise. So what are the essential leadership skills then? So I think as primary educators, these are the kind of skills that we expect children to leave primary school with. Communication, organization, problem solving, teamwork, and confidence. And normally we expect students to pick these up via osmosis through the curriculum, but they're never taught explicitly. And then we wonder why, when certainly students are transitioning from year 6 to 7, they don't have those skills. Again, from a secondary background, seeing the number of year 7 students who came into my classes without being able to work collaboratively as a team, having no confidence, especially post-COVID. Obviously, we've got communication in there. Oracy, it does not exist in the same way that we hope that it will. And so this program helps to refine those skills very explicitly and really instill those skills to ensure that students are ready to face problems beyond the classroom. So how the program fits in your setting? Well, the easy answer to that is it does. However you like it, it can fit. So drawing on just some examples from some of our Trailblazer centres, they can be used during dedicated subject time in the classroom, or in PE or gym, indoors, outdoors, again, very much depending on the nature of your setting, or as an extracurricular club. So maybe in wraparound care, we've had some centres run it as an after-school club very intensely over the course of a week or so, and we've had other centres that have run it kind of over a much longer period of time. And how that fits into your setting is entirely up to you. We are not prescriptive at all about how you choose to implement this in your school. We understand that your school is individual and has its own timetable, its own curriculum requirements, its own learner requirements as well. And we wanted this to be as completely flexible to ensure that it was really, really easy to deliver. If you did want to know more about how you might deliver this in your setting, we have got some other specific examples of delivery on our website, which I will make sure when we do the follow-up that I send you a link to, so you don't need to worry about that right now. So some of the features and the benefits. So what does the award give you? Well, first of all, it's a fully digital learning resource. So as I said, I'm going to show you an example of what that actually looks like in a moment. But we've designed it so it has everything that you need to walk into a lesson and deliver this comprehensively. Not only that, it's cross-curricular or extracurricular, again, depending on your setting. You've got guided delivery throughout, so at no point are you just expected to buy the program and then good luck. So there are comprehensive teacher notes. Not only that, but you have access to us as well. So if there are any questions, you can always reach out to a member of the team, and we're happy to give you some support. Or with comprehensive teacher notes there as well. And then again, engaging learner videos. So I will show you those in a second. So why does that matter? As I said before, it's about supporting essential leadership skill development in your learners. It builds confidence and agency in your pupils to help them navigate the transitions across education. But not just that, it's about beyond just the classroom. This is not just for year 6 transitioning into year 7. You know, this is for year 7, ages 7 to 11. So there is quite a nice little range in which this could be applied. It provides evidence of your school's commitment to the personal development of your pupils, and it recognises the pupils themselves for their specific skill development, and it supports self-reflection and self-awareness in pupils. Okay, so this is the exciting part where we actually have a look at what the resources actually look like. I'm going to stop presenting for a second so that I can switch to the right tab. So hopefully everyone can see this. So this is the Shape Your Skills Award program dashboard. So when you are given access to Shape Your Skills, and you log in, this is what you will be greeted with. And we've broken this down into 8 different learning blocks. How you progress through these activities is entirely up to you. We suggest you start with the introduction for fairly obvious reasons. So let's do that now. And again, we've designed this with teachers in mind. The idea being that you can display this on your interactive whiteboard through, I was going to say an overhead projector there. It won't work through an overhead projector, but through a projector that you can display this on the whiteboard and pick it up and run with it. Now, hopefully the sound will work on this. I'll just give you a little flavor of this. I won't play the whole thing.
Imagine you are built of different shapes. They represent every small thing that makes you who you are. The things you love, the things you're good at, all the parts of your personality that make you, you. Each time you learn something new, you develop your skills and add a new shape. Put the right shapes together and you can build a leader. Leaders have the skills to take on any challenge and can do amazing things for themselves, their school, and the world. In these sessions, you're going to collect the shapes you need to become a leader. When you practice a new skill, you'll unlock a new shape. Once you've collected all 5 shapes, you'll be ready for the final leadership challenge. You'll really need to believe in yourself and put all your skills together to complete this challenge and earn the Shape Your Skills award. So, what are you waiting for? Let's get started.
As I said, a nice little resource to show your students, to get them engaged in what they are about to do. Again, all I'm doing now is scrolling down through the introduction. And again, you can see all the kind of structured lesson points are here for you already. So a nice kind of little oracy task to begin with. So what is a leader? Getting the learners talking about what they think a leader is. Who is a leader? You hear the word leader, who comes to mind? So some discussion points there. And then we move on to one of the learner tasks. So your task is to produce an advert or a poster for a good leader. What skill do they have? What makes them special? And again, we've developed this so that there are comprehensive teacher notes throughout. As I said before, there was very little planning involved. But you can see that for each of the sections, there is a walkthrough. So information to share, questions that you might want to pose to the learners, and then the key takeaways as well for each segment as well. So it's very, very comprehensive, step by step. The idea being that you can walk into a lesson, pull up one of the blocks and run with it. So very, very straightforward. I'll go back to the program dashboard. And let's have a look at one of the blocks, so communication. Like I said, set up in exactly the same way. And then there are practical activities in which the learners will then practice and refine that specific skill. So there are different activities, and these are suggestions. They are not prescriptive at all. We wanted to give you enough that you could play with it, but again, that you have the autonomy to scaffold and change and use your own activities if you were so inclined. So there are plenty of suggestions here that you might of activities that you might do with your class, with your learners, but they are suggestions only. At the end of every skill block, there is a nice little reflection. And again, I will show you what the leadership passport looks like in a second, but really getting the learners to reflect on what skills they've developed, what they've practiced, what they've refined, and then what how they're going to use that skill moving forward. So again, in this case, how is communication going to help with your learning at school? What do you feel you've learned about communication, etc., etc. So once the skills have been worked through, and again, they can be worked through in any order, it culminates in a leadership challenge where the learners put all of their skills together and take a final challenge. And again, the idea being that there are some suggestions here, but what that final challenge is can be tailored to your setting. So it might be organize a super smart scavenger hunt, devise and run a creative quiz, create some group artwork. So using all the skills that they've built up over the course of the running of the award to then actually practice that skill or those skills. I just wanted to show you as well the supporting downloads. So this would be something that obviously isn't shown to the learners specifically, but there is a suggested course outline. There are example delivery scenarios, how they can implement ongoing leadership opportunities in school. There's an assembly pack as well, a summary sheet for SLT, and then a letter for parents and guardians explaining what the award does, why they're doing it, etc. So there really is no kind of pain point in here for you as teachers to run this award. The idea being that it's very straightforward. I did want to show you this very briefly, the Leadership Passport. This is a PDF of a physical resource that comes with the package, which we'll talk about at the very end. But if you did want the digital version of the Leadership Passport, then you have got access in the bundle to a PDF of this that you can then print in your own centre if you did want to do that. Okay, what I will do is flick back to my PowerPoint, if I may. Bear with me just a moment. If, of course, it decides it wants to. In fact, what I'm going to do, there we go, is bring in Lewis. If you're there, Lewis, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hiya.
Hello, Lewis.
Yeah.
Good. Hopefully, you can see the PowerPoint again. So, Lewis, you were one of our Trailblazer centres. Thank you very much for being here and giving up your afternoon. We'll be brief because I know that your time is precious. So, a couple of questions about the Shape Your Skills Awards and how you found it. So, if you could tell us a little bit about what were some of the motivations behind offering the Shape Your Skills Award in your setting?
So the school that I work in has a very high pupil premium percentage, and we felt as though, in terms of the skills that were on offer, were all areas that we felt needed to be improved within our children. And when it was put to me by the head teacher, I felt as though it was ideal for my class as a starting point to try it out.
Brilliant, thank you. So how did you actually deliver the award in your setting?
So I delivered it. I've been delivering it over a period of time. It's something that I've sort of used weekly, and where needed, if I felt as though there's been a shape that we've not quite achieved straight away, we've then done some more work on that. I've used PSHE lessons as the time to deliver it, which has been agreed within sort of the school and has actually been really beneficial for us. So yeah, we've done that. We've used the resources as well that have been in place, but as you say, they are adaptable, and I've adapted them to suit the needs of our children. So it's worked out really well for us.
Brilliant. Yeah, with that in mind, what has been the best bit for you and your pupils, would you say?
I think it's allowed the children to work collaboratively. It's allowed them to sometimes work with children that they wouldn't usually work with. Every child can access the program. It's not designed, it's designed for everyone. And I think the big thing for me is that it's actually developed the children, especially their confidence, not just in the classroom, but outside of the classroom as well. So I think there's been so many positives for us.
Lovely, thank you. And what did the students themselves make of it?
They've loved it, to be fair. It's been a Friday thing that we do, so we've been doing it on a Friday afternoon.
That's nice.
And it's always had a cheer when we're doing it. They've really enjoyed the activities. You're not sat for a long period of time listening to an input. It's a short input, and then it's that opportunity to get practical, which is what our children need. I've had some of our quieter children at the start of the year who have all turned around to me and said that they've loved it. One of them even said that at the start of the year she was really shy, but now I feel as though I'm able to communicate much better with children. I'm not as shy and I want to share my ideas.
That's lovely.
Yeah, and even sort of within our school reports, we have a pupil comment at the end, and the amount of them that I've read that all say that their confidence this year has improved has been it's been a lot. There's been a lot of children who have all wrote that in their work.
That's really nice. Yeah, thank you. Any top tips or advice that you can share for those joining us?
I think adapt it for the children that you've got. So be aware of the children you've got and what their needs are. And I think the best thing that I've done is be honest with the children and give real life examples of how you've developed those skills over time. For me, that's where I think you form that relationship, and it just supports what you're saying when you give those examples.
Yeah, of course. No, that's really nice. Thank you, Lewis, for sharing. We appreciate that. Brilliant, thank you. With that kind of endorsement ringing in your ears, I thought I would share a little bit of the other feedback that we've had from our Trailblazer schools. So Alison Doyle, who is the head teacher at Kirkland Newt Primary, it's very comprehensive, it's easy to follow step by step. There's also autonomy there, you don't have to do every single activity. And then Paul Adkin, who's a teacher at Woodmancote Primary, I'm going to show you a video that we put together in just a second. It's been a real hit. The teachers have really enjoyed it, the children have really enjoyed it, the activities are very successful. And again, what I'm going to try and do now is share my screen and play you a video of Woodmancote Primary if I can find it and if I can get it to work. Now, I'll be honest, I was quite proud actually of Woodmancote Primary for taking this up, because they were my old primary school, which was quite surreal. So hopefully everyone will be able to hear this. I believe I've turned on the closed captions, so hopefully everyone will be able to hear or read as well.
My confidence has changed quite a lot, because before the award, like, I took part, but I didn't take part as much as I do now. So it really helped.
Leadership skills actually stem from a sense of, does the child know themselves? Because if you know yourself, you are more able to lead others or to be led.
Sometimes other people have really good ideas, but you have to give them confidence to share their ideas to make the team better.
From the start, my confidence wasn't that good. Over time, my confidence grew and grew.
Social skills have helped me communicate better with everyone else.
The award's been very useful in terms of behaviour and their attitude to each other, and the activities in the award have allowed them to understand better how they interact.
Definitely doing it this way is much better. The passport stickers, animations, they made it kind of more fun, more interactive.
I think everyone my age should do this award, because you can't do everything on your own. You need to rely on other people and you need to be organised. So it would really help in secondary school to know all these skills.
There we go. Hopefully everyone was able to hear that. Let me go back to the PowerPoint. There we go. Okay, brilliant. One of the things that we've put together that we're going to send out post webinar is a taster pack. So if you've registered, you will be getting a free taster pack of the award, and it's been designed to give you a taste of some of the activities. So it includes 2 of the 8 practical activities from the teamwork skill block and an abridged introduction. The idea being that you can run this as a short taster session with your class between now and summer holidays. Again, as Lewis had said earlier, doing it as a nice little Friday afternoon activity. We really do encourage you to give it a go. I did want to just flag up as well that the full version of the award is delivered through a fully digital platform rather than PowerPoint, but I thought we would send you just some PowerPoints for now, but that's not what the actual program will look like, but it just gives you a flavour of some of the activities therein. In terms of how to get involved, it's fairly straightforward. So everything is on shapeyourskills.org when you're ready to purchase. The price is $295 for a full year's license, and that includes 30 learner passports, 30 sticker sheets, and access to the full suite of digital resources. There are additional resource bundles available. So if you wanted to add on bundles of learner passports and run it with multiple classes, that's absolutely fine. You have that option to do that as well. So all you have to do is on the purchase page, you just tick, I would like an additional bundle of learner passports, and then that will be added to your total. I am going to assume that there are no questions. If there are, please do pop them in the chat. I will hang around for a couple of minutes. If there are no questions in the next couple of minutes, then we will say thank you and speak to you very, very soon. Thank you very much for giving us your attention this afternoon, and I hope you have a wonderful summer when it eventually rolls around. And thank you very much to Lewis for joining us, and to Kat as well, who has been riding shotgun and doing some tech support in the background. So thank you very much for your time. We will see you soon.